For the second straight month, home sales in Metro Vancouver moved off the record-breaking pace we saw earlier this year and returned to more typical levels. Let's look at the 4 key statistics that can help you understand today's market. 2,489 homes sold in our region's MLS in August. This is down 26% from the frenzied sale activity we saw 1 year ago and is aligned with long-term historical August trends. You can see here, last month's total is just shy of the 10-year average for the month. Let's look at home listing levels that feed home buyer demand. The total number of homes for sale in our market grew to more than 8,500 homes in August. That's up about 2% from last month, but continues to be down roughly 22% from this time last year. Overall, we continue to see an imbalance between supply and demand in most communities, but not to the same extent as we saw earlier this year. To understand the relationship between supply and demand in a market, we look to the sale to active listings ratio. In Metro Vancouver, that ratio currently sits at 29%. You can see that it's been declining in recent months, however, we remain in seller's market territory. So what's happening with home prices? The benchmark price of a residential home in the region increased to $933,000 in August. This is up 31% from 2015 and is up 5% over the last 3 months. Detached housing has seen the highest growth since last August at 36%, with condos and townhomes trading at 27% and 31% respectively. In more recent months, you can see that the upward trajectory of these prices has been leveling off. This takes us to this month's Realtor View segment. This month we're examining home price trends in the region. The rise in Metro Vancouver home values over the last year and a half has been well documented. In today's changing market, home prices are beginning to show some signs of easing. It's important to note that pricing trends will differ depending on the kind of measurement you use. Let's look at 2 of those measurements. The first is benchmark prices. MLS HPI benchmark prices are the most reliable and stable indicator of home values across regions. Benchmark prices take into account the type, size, and features of homes selling in a particular market and then measure price changes over time. Average prices are the simplest measure to explain, but aren't the most accurate. Averages are calculated by dividing the total dollar value of sales by the number of sales. These numbers can be skewed when the mix of properties selling in a market changes. More high-end or low-end sales will force the number up or down. For example, fewer detached homes in the highest price points sold in Metro Vancouver last month. We also saw a smaller percentage of detached home sales in August relative to all residential sales. These compositional changes in the kind and price of homes selling today are causing average sale prices to decline in recent months, while benchmark prices are showing a flatter trend line as they remain virtually unchanged from July. These stats are simply tools to help you gauge home price trends. To better understand how home values are changing in your neighborhood or community, please be sure to work with your local realtor. For further housing market information, go to the News and Stats section of this website. For the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, I'm Dan Morrison.